In today's gaming news, the standalone version of DayZ is now available, Wasteland 2 hits early access, and the Kingdoms of Amalur MMO still hasn't found a buyer. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Force here with your day's gaming news. First up today, the standalone version of DayZ is now available. This is of course the standalone version of the Arma 2 mod, which was an open world zombie survival MMO-esque experience that really was all the rage for quite some time. The alpha at the moment includes 230 square kilometers of forest, cities, and military installations, along with up to 40 players per server, and crafting and weapon customization. And then of course, all the zombies you can handle, and plenty of people who will shoot you in the face. That's pretty much sums up the DayZ experience. They're planning to continue to roll out more and more additions and features to the DayZ Standalone, but I'd like to take a step back and speak about this anecdotally, just sort of looking at the general landscape of things. I kind of feel like there was a time where this was super in vogue and everyone was talking about DayZ. There were streams up the wazoo and tons of YouTube videos, but I think that moment may have passed, and I wonder how well the standalone version is going to do. You know, everyone who wanted that DayZ experience had the opportunity by purchasing Arma 2 and downloading the mod for free to play it. In fact, people who are still playing that can just keep doing it because as far as I'm aware, all of the updates they're making to the standalone version will also be going over to the mod. Now maybe business-wise, they're gonna stop doing that eventually because it might not make much sense if they're gonna support this free version. No one's going to buy the standalone version. So I'd like to know what you guys think. How do you feel about the DayZ standalone version? Do you think it will be successful, or do you think the time has come and gone for DayZ, and if anyone still cares about it, they'll probably just keep playing the mod? Next up in news, we've got another game that came to Steam's early access, and that is Wasteland 2. This is of course the sequel to 1988's Wasteland, the top-down turn-based post-apocalyptic RPG that was the inspiration for the Fallout series. If you buy into the early access for $59.99, you're not only going to get Wasteland 2, but you'll also get a free copy of Wasteland 1, 2 digital novels in the Wasteland world, Mark Morgan's Wasteland 2 original soundtrack, and an incredible digital concept art book showcasing many of the world's characters and environments. Wasteland 2, something I am so incredibly excited about. I actually sent out a tweet today to one of the developers asking if I could get like a press copy of the game. So we're gonna see if that happens. If not, I'll probably eventually just buy into it if it seems like there's enough interest. But I personally really want to give this game a look. It looks like a lot of fun, and I'd love to provide you guys with some coverage. If that happens, I'll be sure to let you know. And last up in news, the Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning MMO, titled Project Copernicus, unfortunately has yet to find a buyer. There was an auction that took place last week where 38 Studios properties were auctioned off. Assets from Rise of Legends and Rise of Nations were sold, along with the trademark for Big Huge Games. Unfortunately, there was evidently no acceptable offers for Project Copernicus, the Kingdoms of Amalur MMO. No acceptable offers. What are you expecting? Now let me say this. There was a time where this was really exciting. In fact, had development continued on the Kingdoms of Amalur MMO, I think that if it released maybe sometime this fall or sometime in 2014, it could have done fairly well. It could have made some money before eventually going free to play, but it still could have done something. Now, after destroying the company and trying to resell those assets, I don't know. I just don't think they're ever going to reach that acceptable offer for this IP, because by the time a new development team gets it, figures out all the code, makes it make sense, and starts redeveloping the game, it's going to be another 3 years, 4 years until this thing releases? By then we'll be seeing games like EverQuest Next, which again, I was excited for Project Copernicus, but compared to games like EverQuest Next coming out in 3 to 4 years from now, I'm sorry, not even close. So it's a tough thing. There was a time and a place for this, and if development continued, I think it could have done fairly well, as I just said. But I think now you're going to be hard-pressed to find a publisher or development studio interested in buying this, figuring it all out, and making it into a game that's going to do anything, frankly. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this episode of The Force Feed. If you like the content, please subscribe. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. No acceptable offers? What do you know what? 1 second, I got an acceptable offer for you. Here you go, what I got here. $5. I'll give you $5 for... I'm sorry. Forgive me. 1 second, I got some more. I don't want to shortchange you or anything. Let's see, got $5, 25, 35, 40, 46 cents. $5 and 46 cents. That's about what it's worth.